Hey guys, it's Ethan from Zimmer Labs, and this is going to be a real quick inventory video. I told you guys that I was going to do a quick video just kind of showing everybody what I've got in stock, because I try to keep stock of stuff, especially stuff that's hard to find or especially well made or unique, just so if a customer wants to get it, I have it if it is otherwise hard to find. So, real quick, I have a set of Ahsokas. These are the Solos Hold super high-end Ahsokas. These actually are a customer's, but I'm not sure that he still is interested in them. So it's entirely possible that these will be available. They're brand new. The only thing that's been done to them is that they've been polished. Solo himself polished these up for me. So these are good to go. I've got two Inception Elites still in the box in the bubble wrap, the way I got them from Romans, brand spanking new. I've got three MK1s that are done in partially chrome, partially machine finish. So this is chrome clamp, chrome bottom, and then machine black finished grenade sections and a weathered finished emitter, but that can be polished to match these sections. And the weather vane can also be polished to, to shine up and be nice and goldy brassy. So this could be set up in whatever way you like, whatever your preference is. The only thing I've done is pre-installed the Rudy Pando crystal chambers into all of them. I've got 7 or 8 of the Rudy crystal chambers in stock. So I figured it would be nice to have a bunch of those because I know I'll use them eventually. So 2 Inceptions, 3 MK1s. I've got a Corbanth Kylo Ren, a Corbanth Gullwing LS6. I've got 2 Corbanth Vader MPP 2.0s. I've got 1 Corbanth Darth Sidious version 2. I have this guy I just picked up a couple weeks ago. It is a Vader's Vault Bane MK2 done in black weathered finish. It's a really cool looking hilt. It's not a standard Star Wars hilt, but it's pretty badass, and I thought it would be good to have handy because I'm pretty sure these are totally sold out, and if not, they're definitely hard to get either way. So I thought it would be good to keep one of those handy. I've got 3 of the Vented Fury Asajj Ventress sabers. This one I did some gun black on to give it this black-blue sheen, but a quick polish and this will be bright shiny silver again. And then I did leather wrap around all the grip sections, but it was really just a quick attempt at it just to see how it would look. So this is not a finished look as far as the leather goes, but I've got 3 of these. 2 of them, as you can see, 2 of them are polished and gun blacked, and one of them I believe is totally unpolished. Yeah, so this is what they look like before polishing and before sanding, before anything really. This is like straight out of the cast mold. This is, I think it's a die cast hilt. Bombarda did these. I think his name is Gary from the UK, and he did a pretty nice job on these. These are really cool pieces. And as you guys are probably aware, there's not a whole lot of Asajj Ventress hilts available. So the fact that he did one, just a real small batch of them, was really cool that he did that, and he put a lot of work into it. I've got a 89 Sabers Mace Windu, still brand new, unassembled. Got 389 Sabers Graflexes, 2 Roman props Graflex flash. So 5 Graflexes, and I also have 1 stainless steel maker props Graflex. Got 1 Corbanth Duke, which is the Count Dooku saber. Still brand new, no installation, no nothing done to it yet. We've got a matched set of Darth Maul. These are actually Hasbro Force FX hilts, but these are some of my favorite FX hilts. They did a great job with these. These are really, you know, respectable attempts at Darth Maul sabers. So I have personally nothing against these, and I kind of like these better than most of the other Darth Maul hilts that are out there that other people have done. I have 1 Plo Koon KR sabers hilt. The difference between this and the Unduli hilt is the gold here, and then the button setup on this guy is slightly different too. But basically it's silver and then a polished gold section. I've got 2 of the... I lied. I have 2 of those. Those are the Undulis. Then I have 1 of the Plo Koons. So the buttons are slightly different. Instead of red and black, the other ones are red and silver. And then instead of gold down here, these are polished silver. These are all hollow. Nothing installed them yet. I've got 2 of the Dark Lords that I did a video on yesterday. Totally unassembled, ready to rock with all the extra pieces. Got 2 of the Tusken Slayer. 1 is assembled, as you can see. 1 is still in the box, totally unassembled with all the extra bits. Got 2 of the Ultimate Works Slim Flex. Really, really nicely done hilt. I'm a big fan of this guy. Both of these are totally uninstalled. All I did with these is just do some beginning initial preparation to kind of put them together a bit, but nothing further. And then I think, yeah, the last thing I've got, this is a really unique piece. This is a Larble Obi-Wan A Phantom Menace hilt that I got a hold of. I think this was from eBay. I gutted it, pulled all the Larble electronics out of it, cleaned it up, polished it up, and then put it back in the box. You know, got all the buttons and greebles and everything. Everything's ready to go for a build on this. But this is considered one of the absolute best, most screen accurate representations of this Obi-Wan TPM hilt. And this is something that was done, I don't know, 15 years ago. It's not something you can get anymore. So these are pretty rare and pretty unique and pretty cool. Like the grip section here, the depth of the grooves is just awesome. The inside is a very, very thin piece. That being said, it's still capable of having a really nice installation inside of it, but the depth of the grooves and the movie accuracy is probably better on this than just about any other version of this hilt. And then my next favorite version of this hilt is the old Parks version of it that was done in steel. Stainless steel, I think. This guy is heavy. It's like gotta be 2.5 pounds, almost 3 maybe. I've got 3 of these, brand spanking new still. Obviously all like the red button and the little jewel for this and everything. I've got that. That's all in the boxes, but what I did was kind of separate that stuff out and wrap them up in little individual plastic baggies so that I know where they are and they know they're safe. And I know they won't get lost. But I've got 3 of these. These you can't get anymore. These are not for sale anymore. The new version of this hilt that Parks makes and sells is aluminum. It still looks roughly the same, but it weighs maybe 20% of what this weighs, and the build quality, I don't want to say the build quality is not as good, but the overall feel of it is nowhere near as good as this. Like, this feels in your hand like an actual weapon, like a club. Like, you could really batter somebody with this thing, and it's solid. Whereas the aluminum one, it's really lightweight, and you can even feel it flex if you squeeze it in your hand. I don't want to be negative about it because it's a nice hilt, but it's compared to the steel one, the aluminum one is flimsy and doesn't seem to be all that real. It's something that I've actually had problems with customers who've bought them, and I've built them and sent them off to them, who have contacted me and said, look, you did a great job with the build, but this hilt is not what I was expecting. It's really not meeting my expectations. It's kind of flimsy. It's kind of seems fake. So when I found the opportunity to get these stainless steel ones, I jumped at it because this is much superior product, a much better hilt than the one that's currently available that's done in aluminum. So like I said, I've got 3 of those and 1 of the Larbals. And I think that's it. No, that's not it. I've got also 1 Imperial Knight and 1 Ben Solo the Light. Both of them done by 7 Chambers / why am I forgetting? Phoenix Props. And that is about it. I mean, I have a handful of other various and sundry lightsabers edition also that are available, but they're not really anything to write home about. I've got basically every Master Replicas or Hasbro FX lightsaber hilt. I've got a handful of those. For example, I don't even know what I will do with these. I have these because a couple years ago I was still working with these, or working with parts from them at the very least. So this is brand new. It has literally never been used. All I did was gut the electronics from it. This is an Obi-Wan Kenobi one, and then I have also a brand new gutted Luke hilt, and again, never been used. It's barely even been touched. But I don't know what I will really ever do with either of these, and I have a couple of other ones too, and they're probably just going to sit in these Ziploc bags for the rest of time until I put them in a recycle bin or give them to somebody. But if anybody out there needs these or is interested, let me know, and I will certainly let them go for a very fair price because they're not doing me any good at all. I have these 2 gigantic Ziploc bags also full of Hasbro FX battery packs. 20 something of them in here. They're all basically brand new still. These things sell on eBay for 40, 50, 60 bucks a piece, but I don't have time to deal with listing and selling them. But if anybody needs one, like if there's a specific FX lightsaber that you have and you somehow lost the battery pack, or maybe it busted open on you, I've got a whole bunch of the older ones that take 6 batteries, and there's got to be 15 of those right here. These are all in perfect mint condition, ready to go, but I don't need them anymore. I don't build these anymore. This is something I used to do a lot of 4 or 5 years ago, but I don't see the point anymore because lightsabers have really come a long way since this stuff, and they're inferior. They're just not up to the standards of the newer tech stuff that we're doing these days, so I'm probably just going to be stuck with these, and I'll probably put these in the recycle bin too eventually, or give them away, but if anybody needs one, let me know. Then, I guess lastly, this is a bag of Hasbro sound cards. various and sundry FX sound cards. This is the removable blade connector bit that was inside of a Anakin. Bunch of clash sensors. We've got sound card, another removable blade connector, another sound card. So as you guys can see, the point I'm making here is I have a bag of FX saber sound cards, you know, for basically every saber that was done, every version of it from every year. And they're all perfectly good, ready to go, ready to be installed, but I'm not going to install these into anything because they don't touch what a Profi board or a Teensy Saber or Crystal Focus or anything from NEC. They're all so much better than these guys that I don't waste my time with them anymore. That isn't to say that they're not perfectly useful and that there are plenty of people out there who could put these to good use. So if anybody needs one, let me know. And I guess that's it. Like I said, I'll try to keep this short rather than bore you guys. So if anybody is looking for any of these installed, let me know. I don't have them just to sell. The point of getting these was to have them in stock and have them available to customers who want to get actual fully built lightsabers. So if somebody out there is just looking for an empty hilt, I probably don't want to sell these empty. But if there are extenuating circumstances and there's just no way for you to find that hilt and I've got it, let me know, and possibly I will, make an exception if there's a good reason for it. If I'm doing somebody a favor that's actually genuinely important, I would probably sell one, but I'm definitely not intending to sell, any of these just empty. Okay, cool. That's about it. Thank you guys as always for watching, and stay tuned. I've got lots more coming.